Well, good day to all of our awesome JubiRev JubiMax family members. T. Lamont Silver Sr. here. We are live with the new product packages, ladies and gentlemen, the enhancements. So really a compensation overhaul enhancements. We are live. We've been talking about this for several weeks now, and now we are live. So it is time to get you in position so that you can become a max team leader, so you can get your 1K, 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 1K 17 times. Boom, 10K bonuses. Let's just cover a few things. Number one, we've got a team webinar tonight. You'll see that information whether you're watching this on a video sharing channel or whether you're watching this through our email post. So make sure you're on our team webinar at 7 p.m. Eastern. Now, all you simply need to do is, if you've got teammates that enrolled with you but never upgraded, they can purchase one of the two packages. There's a $549 package, and the system tells you what you get in that $549 package, and then there is the $1250 package. The system also tells you what you get for the $1250 package. So they can go into their back office, they can click on upgrade, and then they can purchase the packages. Obviously, any new people, you will have them to register for free at your JubiRev.com site, and then they simply click on the upgrade button, and then they can go on and purchase their qualifying package. Okay, now for our international folks, for our let's back up. For our North American folks, any of your North American prospects. So maybe you're not North American, U.S., Canada, but maybe you have a prospect that's North American. They'll be able to purchase their package via credit card. They'll be able to purchase their package via credit card. Do be mindful that they will be eating any of the processing fees. So normally when you use a credit card, the merchant account provider charges processing fees. Well, the company's putting so much of the revenue that is being that's being intaken. I don't know if that's a word that they're taking in with the packages, and obviously there's physical product going out for the North American audience. That if they were going to eat those fees, then it would have taken away from the compensation plan. So they decided that they wanted to add fuel to the compensation plan. So it's no different than if someone previously was loading up eCash. Whatever method they used to load up eCash, there was some fees associated with that, and the company wasn't going to eat those fees times the thousands of people that would be joining, purchasing those packages, or the thousands of customers that would be purchasing those packages. Okay, so just be mindful of that. So when you see, or when that person sees handling and processing, that's basically covering those merchant account fees if they're using a credit card. Now, for our international folks, meaning not U.S., not Canada, excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Okay, for our international folks. All right, now your product packages are going to be travel related. And as a matter of fact, Jubi Vacations is live. There's a video that has not been posted just yet. It's going to show everyone that has purchased Jubi Vacations or wishes to purchase Jubi Vacations, how to go in and register. Do not do anything with Jubi Vacations until that video is posted and you know exactly what you are to do. Okay, but that will be coming up later this week. And just with all of the stuff that's been going on, just haven't had the time to communicate that to the field so that they know how the process is to go through. So there's going to be a video put up later this week. It might be towards the tail end of the week, Thursday or Friday. Okay. Now, for our international folks, I've been talking for the last couple of weeks about the fact that the company was in talks with, yes, Jubi Vacations will be there, but the company was in talks with another travel vendor specifically for a digital delivery product for our international audience that would even have more teeth than Jubi Vacations. That is just about a done deal. This afternoon I will be on a webinar, I guess a training webinar, where that provider is going through and training, doing some training for us on how it all works. So it looks like it's a done deal. Okay. Now, I don't know at what point we'll be able to actually talk about it, but hopefully very soon, maybe in the next day to 2 days. When you come to the webinar that we'll have for our team, we'll probably be able to share some nuggets of that. So for our international folks, there's still some things that's being put into play for our international folks. So I'm going to ask you for international just to sit tight and be patient. I also believe that there is discussions going on with another merchant account vendor that would be able to facilitate the international audience. The current merchant account, as I understand it, don't take this to the bank and cash it, because I don't know that I've got the money there to cover it, okay? In other words, I don't know all of the details. As I understand it, the current merchant account that's being used, where folks in North America can make the purchase with credit card, I don't know if that merchant account vendor is set up for us to do merchant account processing internationally, coming from Israel, coming from Trinidad, coming from Australia. However, also today, I know that there's discussions with another merchant account vendor that hopefully that would open up in time for the international audience. I don't know the time frame for that. We may have a report tonight when we come to our 7 p.m. Eastern. So I'm going to ask for my international audience just for a little more continued patience. You've been extremely patient. We certainly understand that, and we certainly appreciate that. At the end of the day, been in this industry 19 years, going on 20 years, and there have been times when we've had to back up and punt. There have been times when we've had to reevaluate. There's been times when we had to make some modifications because there was changes in this and changes in that. That's simply a part of being an entrepreneur. Okay, that's simply a part of being a business person and being an entrepreneur. That happens in business. You have to back up. You've got to shift focus. You've got to make some modifications. It's never fun. It's never fun, all right, because we're creatures of habit and we don't like change. But I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when all the dust settles and all is said and done, all right, if you've come to the realization, as I have, that the revenue sharing world, as we had loved her and adored her and wanted to see a repeat of certain things, is not going to happen from a regulatory compliant perspective. And then you say, okay, now what do I do? Well, when I look at this compensation plan, and Demian from Israel said it just right. And listen, my buddy from Israel, who's a great leader. I mean, he's built huge teams in companies, in both traditional companies as well as revenue sharing companies. And he and I have gone back and forth and back on Skype. And so I know it took him an adjustment period coming out of the revenue sharing mindset. But as he began to divorce himself from the way that we had seen revenue sharing done, you know, all of a sudden a new glow came over him, because he said, you know what? Now we get back to what we're supposed to do in terms of building a business and not just giving people a fish, teaching people how to fish. And this is one of the reasons why going forward, that we're going to be bringing these mentors in play. There's already some work going on behind the scenes where some of these mentors are knocking out content that we'll be able to put into a training portal for anyone that's a part of our team, so that if they want to learn how to leverage Facebook, if they want to learn how to leverage, they want to know about solo marketing, paid marketing. I'm going to tell you over this past weekend, as I was doing some study, internet marketing wise, you know, I heard one little tidbit. My gosh. And I thought, man, if I had applied that one little piece over the last couple of years, I mean, you know, we've done very well the last couple of years, but my gosh, it would have just absolutely exploded our business. And so this is why it's so important to connect with these mentors, because here's the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the bottom line. The bottom line is this: once you develop the marketing skill set, once you learn how to develop your own following, once you develop the skill set of how to develop your own following, then yes, I want you promoting Jubi, and I pray that Jubi will be your primary business interest, or at least one of your primary business interests. But the biggest thing is this: is to learn the marketing skill sets, so that no matter what happens in the industry, because the industry changes, companies come and go, so on and so forth, that you know how to make money so that we get away from giving people a fish. We're going to stop saying, hey, if you're not good at recruiting, that's no. I want you to get good at recruiting. The bottom line. You might not be good at it now, so learn some of these marketing skill sets. I want you to get good at it. I want you to get good at sponsoring. I want to stop talking about Joe Average and Susie Average and talk about moving Joe Average and Susie Average to Joe and Susie Awesome. Because as I now look back over my 19-year career, it was the fact that I persisted and I invested in my training and my education, and I surrounded myself with good people that eventually I got good at recruiting. I got good at sponsoring. And as a result, then our teams would make a bunch of sales because I got good at recruiting, I got good at sponsoring. So what's the difference? I got kicked out of college. What you see right now, this is not how I was when I first got in this industry. All right, I lacked confidence. I had no influence. This is not how I was. This has been a development process. And so we want to help you develop so that you can make money at will because you develop the marketing skill sets and people start following you. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we look forward to seeing you on tonight's webinar at 7 p.m., our team webinar. And then we'll be doing our North American presentation later on this evening at 9 p.m. for our income opportunity. What we are going to be doing going forward is we'll be doing a North American presentation and then an international presentation. The North American presentation is going to focus on the physical delivery products. The international presentation is going to focus on the digital delivery products. You can come to both. You can send people to both. But the reason we're separating the two, the compensation plan basic is the same, but the reason we're separating the two is so that our international folks aren't continuing to hear about physical delivery products that they may or may not be able to get into their countries and then confusing their prospects and then vice versa. Okay? All right, with that being said, we love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours.